Hey, good morning, YouTubers. Hey, welcome to my channel, the Virginia Bushcrafter channel, where we continue to learn and practice the skills of bushcrafting, prepping, and survival skills. So I'm out here in this wonderful, beautiful, brisk morning in Northern Virginia, 28 degrees, but it's all well, fine, and good, especially when you wear layers of clothing. So guys, as you know, I'm always out here for a specified task, and today I want to demonstrate something concerning cover or shelter. Now, you do know that 7 things that are really important are shelter, fire, water, food, first aid, navigation, and signaling. Yes, that is correct. Shelter, fire, water, food, first aid, navigation, and signaling. Now, there are so many, those are just, you consider those to be a trunk of a tree, because there are so many things that are built around those. So today I want to do a shelter I think is very great. It's called the Baker Tarp shelter. So I'm going to construct that and bring you along step by step. All right, YouTubers, let's get started. Hey guys, so what I've done to start off with is to lie the tarp down on the ground in a triangle position. And what I'm going to do is start off using a ridge line, which may be needed later. I may be able to remove it, but we will see. So I'm going to hang this up. I'm going to go from the center grommet to the third grommet on each side to start off with. So that's 1, 2, 3. So guys, let's see, put you in focus here. So I've gone to 1, 2, 3. This is the third grommet. And I'm going to attach this using a prusik knot. Take a piece of Mother Nature. If I can turn you guys so that you can see this. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. One, 2, and 3. Very chilly working with 20-degree weather with no gloves, but it's part of practicing. Okay, so there you see the beginning. All right, we're going to go to the rear. Okay, I'm at the rear of the tarp, and as you can see, it's in a diamond-shaped form. So I'm going to do the same thing I did to the front. I'm going to go to the rear grommet. I'm going to count up 3. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to pour this tight, and I'm going to stake it down. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. From the rear, 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to stake it down. Okay, and the excess material, we're just going to tuck it under right now. Okay, next thing we're going to do, we're going to take the corner piece, and we're going to bring it in. Let's see, you can see this. I'm taking the corner piece and I'm going to bring it in at a 90-degree angle with the rear and stake it down. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. Going to take the corner piece, bring it 90 degrees with the rear, and I'm going to stake it down. All right, guys, that's the framework of the Baker Tarp shelter. So let's take a look at it. So from the rear, this is how it's starting out. This is from the side. If I can give you a better angle. So now I'm going to make some adjustments to it. All right, guys, now that the rear has been completed, I'm going to complete the sides. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this one side, this corner. Let's see if you can see. This corner that is out. I'm going to bring it in 90 degrees with the rear, and I'm going to stake it out. Make sure that it's 90 degrees and it is tight. I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. take this corner piece that normally goes outward and stake it down 90 degrees. Okay, so let's just take a look at the beginning of this. There you have the front entrance, and as you see, I still have the apron that I'm going to bring out. That's one side. From the rear, this is from the rear. The right side and the front so far. All right, guys, so I'm going to make some adjustments. That's basically the frame. And then we're going to enjoy this shelter. All right, guys, so as we always want to make our shelter as stable as possible, because what do we know? Shelter, utmost important. So I wanted to add some stability to the Baker Tarp shelter. You can do this with or without. But what I did is added a pole here. As you can see, and I just staked it out at a 45-degree angle. And I tied this middle grommet to the pole to make it somewhat tighter. So I'm going to do the exact same thing to the other side. All right, I'm going to put this next pole up, identical to what I did on the other side. So I've just taken a piece of 550 cord. I'm going to take the gloves off right now. Just going to wrap this around twice. This adds stability, especially on a very windy day. I'm just going to guide this out at a 45-degree angle and stake it into the ground. I'm going to pull that forward and stake this into the ground. And I'm going to be using, I hope you can see this, I'm going to be using a trucker's hitch. Make the loop, pull it forward, take the work it in and run it through the loop twice, and pull forward, and take it down. All right, guys, it's almost complete. I'm going to bring you back when it is totally completed. practice making a Baker tarp shelter. Now, I did this to practice for my next overnighter. This is the shelter that I want to use. It is very similar to the Adirondack tarp shelter, but it has walls that really will block in the wind. As you can see, there's a wall there, the back, the side wall, and there's flooring, and I have an apron here or a porch to block the rain if it does. If it were to rain, I can always have a small fire out. It is very important to have these poles. I tried to make it without the poles. You can, but it just isn't right. But what I did, I had to find two poles. Here's the other one. On this one, I used a bowline knot, and I guided it out to here using a trucker's hitch. I did the same thing on the other side, and it has two tent stakes here, one there, two in the back, and tent stake here, two on this side as well. And I did somewhat use a ridge line. I found out that it is helpful, but this was not my main objective today. My main objective is to make a Swedish fire, practice the firecraft. But again, I wanted to make this shelter so that when I come to do an overnighter, I don't spend a lot of time figuring it out. Now, one thing about making shelters of this nature, you have to find your resources, and I had to go and find that pole with that tree branch and that tree branch, because it's not going to work without that, not properly. So that's what I did. The front here, I guided out all the way to this tree here using a trucker's hitch as well. So that's what I've done so far. That has been practice for my next overnighter. So in the meantime, I have cut up sawed some wood here, and there is wood over here. That is a log from the last time I was here, but I'm going to split this piece of wood into quarters, and I'm going to make a Siberian fire. So I'm going to get situated and bring you along with that, with me preparing the materials to make a Swedish fire.